Okay, I think I'm live now, so just gonna jump in. Yesterday, I had you join me, and I talked a little bit about my story of why I started using. Sorry. Um, Yesterday, I started to ask you why, or started to tell you my story about why I chose to start using um, doTERRA products for my health and my physical health and emotional health, right? Today, I decided I was going to add to the story a little bit and talk a little bit about why I felt like the business was the best thing for me and why I chose to use doTERRA as a vehicle for me and for my family. Um, I was not starting to use those oils to get involved in a business. There was nothing that I wanted in that. Um, I just felt really deep within me like I was meant for more, if that makes any sense. And I knew in this moment that if I chose this, that my life would change somehow. And that may sound weird and that may even sound a little silly, but I knew if I chose in this moment that things were going to change in my life. And I didn't know exactly how, and I didn't know what, and didn't know what that would look like. But I can tell you, ever since I made that decision, my life has been exponentially better. I have had so many experiences, and I've been able to build a community of people and people that I've helped with their health and wellness and their emotional health, especially through this business. I have been able to help people and coach with other women on how to use this business in their lives and how to better their family's circumstances. And it has been one of the most amazing experiences. And, you know, I have learned a lot about personal development and growth and mindset and how it all works together. And we have this amazing ability in our brains to stop us, to allow limiting beliefs to keep us in this like safety zone. And I'm here to tell you that when we play it safe, we will never feel like we are obtaining what we are meant to do on this earth. There is some part of you that I'm sure is looking for something more. You see inside of yourself, you know that there's something more for you to do. And I'm here to ask you if that is something you want to explore further. I've helped coach hundreds of people on their emotions, their mindset, their wellness, their physical wellness, their emotional wellness. And I want to know, are you one of those people who would like to partner with me? Who would like their life to look a little bit different? They want something more in life. Not exactly sure what that is at this moment, but they know that they want something more. They know deep within them that there's something more for them to do with this life. They feel it. You feel it. If you continue to watch this and you're like, actually, what you have to talk to me about might be interesting, just put a comment in below and say more. And I know from that comment that you are interested in learning more about who you are, what makes you tick, maybe even working with me as a coach, maybe working with me through my business. I'm not sure, but I felt really called to do this video tonight and to go live and to ask if you were meant for more. And if you're meant for more, let's partner together because I know that through this business, I have learned about me. I have grown a ton. I have become the person I like. I look in the mirror now and I like who I am. That girl I talked about yesterday, 15 years ago, who couldn't get out of bed, she was hard to look at in the mirror and get excited for the day. But when I look in the mirror now, I feel different. I know I'm different. And it's because I said yes. I chose to jump in and to start something new and start something fresh. And that can feel so scary. It can feel so scary to start something new and fresh. But I know that as I started something new and something fresh, something inside of me lit up. And I know like there's fears, right? There's real fears. What if I try and I fail? That is my big fear. That was seriously one of my biggest fears. What if I go all in something and I fail? But then what if I look back and I don't go all in and I don't do the things that I feel called to do? What's that life going to look like? Am I going to have regret? I've often heard it's not, I don't know if I'll get this quote right, but basically like you don't regret the yeses in life as much as you regret the no's or the path less traveled or the road not taken or whatever cliche you want to use. Very rarely do you have regrets to saying yes. It's always the regrets of saying no, I can't do that. I'm not good enough. I've got fear. And you allow fear to hold you back. That's regret. And I'm going to ask you tonight, if you want to live a more full life without regret, I'm going to ask you to comment more. And I'll see you again tomorrow night. And I'm grateful for this platform. I'm grateful that I could come here and share just a couple of minutes of what's on my heart, what is calling me to ask you to join me. And hopefully we will get to work together because I would like nothing more than to help you find out who you are and what you were meant for.